This isn't about war. This is about a shift in thinking so simple, yet so dangerously powerful, that once you learn it, you will never see people the same way again. Imagine this. You walk into a room, and before anyone opens their mouth, before the first handshake, before the first fake smile, before the first hidden agenda even shows itself, you already know exactly how everything will play out. Not because of magic, not because of luck, not because you're smarter, but because your mind is trained to read the unseen game every human plays, the game even they don't know they're playing. This is the thinking world. Leaders hide, military strategists guard, and elite negotiators protect like treasure. But today, I'm giving it to you, a brain hack that's been whispered about, avoided, and quietly suppressed. Because when a normal person learns this, they become extremely hard to control, and that's exactly why powerful people don't want you anywhere near it. Before we begin, if you want weekly videos revealing the darkest psychology, hidden power moves, and mind hacks they never want you to know, hit subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment. Your next advantage begins the moment you do. Let's dive in. The hidden game. Nobody talks about. Every room you walk into is already a battlefield, not of violence, but of influence. People aren't just talking, they're negotiating for power, for advantage, for dominance, for their version of the outcome. Some do it consciously, most do it automatically, like breathing. The truth is this: every conversation is an attempt to shape reality. Every meeting is a contest of motives. Every argument is a hidden war of leverage. And while most people stumble through life thinking everything is about feelings and luck, the ones at the top, the ones who win consistently, they see the game long before everyone else. This video unlocks that vision. Why this hack is considered banned? It's simple. People in power rely on everyone else being predictable. Predictable employees, predictable voters, predictable customers, predictable friends, predictable partners. Predictable people are easy to influence, easy to control, easy to guide, easy to manipulate. But once you learn what I'm about to teach you, you stop being predictable. You stop thinking on the surface. You stop reacting. You stop living in emotional autopilot. You start thinking like a strategist, like a tactician, like someone whose mind operates on a level most people cannot detect or match. That's why this knowledge isn't taught openly. Not in schools, not in workplaces, not in leadership training. To them, it's dangerous. To you, it's freedom. Why even military minds can be outsmarted? When people think of the military, they imagine unbeatable strategy. They imagine generals leaning over giant maps. They imagine soldiers trained with machine-like discipline. They imagine intelligence agencies pulling strings from behind the curtain. Yes, military strategists are smart. Yes, they are disciplined. Yes, they operate on a high level, but they all share the same weakness. They're trained inside a system with rules, a system with protocols, a system with patterns, a system with predictable responses, and anything predictable can be beaten. This doesn't just apply to war. It applies to negotiations, conflicts, workplace politics, relationships, business, leadership, everything. Because even the sharpest strategist is still a human being, and humans repeat patterns. Understand their patterns, and you control the game. Your everyday life is a battlefield. Let's bring this to your world. You're fighting battles every day, whether you realize it or not. Battles in conversations, battles in decisions, battles for respect, battles for opportunities, battles for influence. You're negotiating with bosses who don't appreciate you. You're dealing with people who underestimate you. You're navigating relationships where emotions cloud logic. You're competing with people who seem more qualified or more aware. Life isn't fair. Life is strategic. The people who win are not the strongest, not the smartest, not the richest. They're the ones who see the layers beneath the surface. And that brings us to the brain hack: layer thinking. Layer thinking is the mental weapon powerful people use without ever explaining it. Most people go through life thinking in only one layer, the layer right in front of them. But the ones who win? They think through all three layers all the time. When you learn to see these layers, the world stops being confusing. People stop being unpredictable. Situations stop catching you off guard. Life stops feeling random. You finally see what's really going on. Layer 1, the surface, the illusion layer. Layer 1 is what everyone sees. It's the words spoken, the actions taken, the tone, the facial expression, the event happening right now. Someone says, "I don't think this project will work." Most people, "Oh no, maybe they're right." Strategists, why did they say that? What's the motive? Layer 1 is where the average mind lives. It's also where manipulation happens the easiest, because people who only see the surface are controlled by the surface. Layer 2. The hidden motive, the truth layer. This is where normal people start waking up. At this layer, you're no longer reacting to words, you're understanding motives. Someone criticizes your idea, maybe they're jealous, maybe they're threatened, maybe they want your position, maybe they want to sabotage, maybe they need you to depend on them. At this layer you ask, what do they gain if I believe them? What do they want me to feel? What outcome are they steering? This is where hidden agendas reveal themselves. Layer 2 already puts you above 90% of people, but Layer 3, that's where the mind becomes dangerous. Layer 3 of the engineered future, the power layer. This is the layer most people never reach. This is where strategy becomes real power. Layer 3 asks, what is going to happen next because of this, and how can I shape it before it happens? You're not reacting, you're controlling. If someone is trying to sabotage you, you can redirect them into helping you without them realizing it. If someone is pushing you into a corner, you can guide them into a trap you prepared silently. If someone is planning a move against you, you can turn it into a move that benefits you instead. At this layer, you're not just playing the game, you're designing it. Why layer thinking beats military strategy? Military minds are brilliant at Layer 1 and Layer 2. But Layer 3? Outside the battlefield, many of them struggle. Why? Because military systems reward predictability. They follow protocols. They follow chain of command. They follow expected responses. They must stick to proven patterns. But you? You don't have to follow anything. You are not tied to a system. You are not bound by protocol. You are free to think unpredictably. And unpredictability beats tradition every time. How to use layer thinking in real life. Step 1. Pause before reacting. The biggest mistakes in life are made in the first 2 seconds of reaction. When you pause, even for one breath, you move from emotional to strategic. And the strategic mind always wins. Step 2. Ask why twice. Why number 1? The obvious reason. Why number 2? The real reason. People lie with their words, but they never lie with their motives. Step 3. Think 3 moves ahead. Before you do anything, imagine, if I do this, they might react like that. And if they react like that, my next move will be this. This is chess-level thinking in real-life conversations. While others are reacting, you're predicting. Step 4. Stay invisible. The strongest strategies are the ones nobody notices. If people sense you're thinking this deeply, they'll either resist you or fear you. So never show your full intelligence. Never reveal your real plan. Smile. Stay calm. Stay quiet. Stay underestimated. It's the underestimated ones who win the quietest and the hardest. The war room mindset. Becoming truly unbeatable. To use this hack at full power, you must think like a war room. A war room is not emotional. It is not reactive. It is not impulsive. It plans the next 5 moves for every possible outcome, while everyone else is distracted by the present. The war room is living in the future. You can turn your mind into that. The decision tree advantage. If they say yes, you win. If they hesitate, you win. If they resist, you win. If they walk out, you still win. Because you've already prepared every path. There is no outcome that surprises you. That is the power of decision tree thinking. Running real-time scenarios. During arguments, during negotiations, during conflict, you are running silent calculations. If I reveal less, they reveal more. If I stay calm, they lose control. If I push now, they crumble later. If I agree now, I gain leverage later. You're not reacting, you're orchestrating. They think they're winning, but they're walking right where you want them, staying 10 steps ahead. Most people live in the moment. War room thinkers live in the future. Most people think about what's happening now. War room thinkers think about what it creates later. Most people respond. War room thinkers design. This is the mental shift that turns you from a piece on the board into the one controlling the board. Why this hack is silently feared. People in power fear one thing above all, someone who cannot be controlled. This hack gives you that ability. You stop being predictable. You stop being emotional. You stop being reactive. You stop being manipulated. Once you master this, you become unshakable, unreadable, unmanipulable, unstoppable. And that is why this brain hack is considered banned, not by law, but by society. The silent threat you become. Once you learn to think like this, People no longer feel like they have power over you. Manipulators lose their grip, controllers lose their influence, competitors lose their edge, authority figures lose their advantage. You become the one person who sees the full picture, the one person who sees the real game, the one person pulling invisible strings, and you can do it so quietly, so naturally, so invisibly, that nobody will ever know how you got so far ahead. They'll just think you're lucky, but you'll know the truth. Final message. You've just unlocked the banned brain hack that puts you 10 steps ahead of anyone, even elite military minds. But knowing it is only the beginning. Using it, living it, training your mind with it. That's where your life changes. If you want more banned psychology, more forbidden strategies, and more mental upgrades before they disappear, subscribe right now. Like this video, and tell me in the comments, what's the first situation you will use this brain hack in? I'll be reading every comment. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more dark psychology deep thoughts. I will see you in the next one.